Welcome to your personalized deep dive.
Oh,
Today we're tackling something that might sound a little intimidating at first.
okay.
It's the health insurance marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine it this way. Think of it like you're going on this quest to find the perfect health insurance plan.
Okay.
One that's tailor-made just for you.
Yeah.
We're here to guide you through this whole thing.
What people often get wrong about this is that this isn't about government-run healthcare.
Yeah.
The marketplace actually helps you navigate all those private insurance plans out there.
Okay.
It just adds some rules to make things easier for you.
That makes sense.
Latin?
And by the way,
Yeah.
we're diving into all this for you specifically
Mm-hmm.
because we know you want to understand the system really well.
Yeah.
Maybe even choose a plan for yourself.
Okay.
But here's something crazy. A huge 90% of people who use the marketplace get financial assistance to help pay for their plans.
It's amazing, isn't it?
That's a big deal.
That 90% figure shows how the marketplace isn't just about getting access. It's about being able to actually afford it.
Okay, so how does it all work?
Mm-hmm.
Is there some secret website with a super complicated password?
Not at all.
Okay.
It's actually more like those travel websites.
Yep.
You know, the ones where you compare flights?
Yeah.
Except here, you're comparing different healthcare plans based on your own needs.
So you've got a few different options then, right?
You do.
There's the Federal Exchange everyone's heard of.
Right. Healthcare.gov.
But then a lot of states also run their own.
Exactly.
So no matter where I live, I can find my way in.
That's the idea.
But who can actually use it, though?
Well, this might come as a surprise,
Okay.
but most people who are U.S. citizens or legal residents are eligible,
Huh.
and there's no income limit.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people get that wrong.
Wait a minute. So you're saying I could be eligible for financial help,
Yeah,
even if I'm not exactly struggling financially?
absolutely.
Wow.
Tell me more.
The marketplace is made to help all sorts of people.
Okay.
And it's flexible, too.
Oh, good.
There are these special enrollment periods for when life throws you a curveball.
Right.
Like if you get married, have a baby, or lose your job and your insurance along with it.
So they really thought of everything.
They try to.
So let's say I'm eligible and I'm ready to see what's out there.
Okay.
What kind of plans am I actually going to find?
Yeah.
I've always been confused by all the terms they use.
Okay.
You know, bronze, silver, gold, platinum.
The metal levels.
Is this some kind of health insurance Olympics?
Kind of.
Okay.
These metal levels, as they call them,
Okay.
they tell you how much you and the insurance company will each pay for your health care.
Okay.
Think of it like choosing a phone plan.
Okay.
More features usually means you pay more up front.
So is it like the more precious the metal,
Yep.
the more the insurance company chips in?
Exact.
So bronze is like the basic plan.
Yes.
And platinum is the all-inclusive resort.
That's a great analogy.
Okay, I can visualize that. So bronze plans have lower monthly premiums, but you pay more when you actually go to the doctor.
Right.
Platinum is the flip side.
Right.
Higher monthly premiums, but you pay less when you need care.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot.
Exactly.
Balancing what you pay up front with what you pay when you need a doctor.
Exactly.
I've also always been a little fuzzy on the different plan types,
Mm-hmm.
like HMOs, PPOs.
Mhm.
Can you explain those?
Sure. Let's start with HMOs. Those are health maintenance organizations.
Okay.
They usually have lower premiums, which is good,
Yeah.
but they can be stricter about which doctors you can see.
Right.
Usually you need a primary care doctor
Okay.
who coordinates all your care.
Like a gatekeeper.
Exactly. And they refer you to specialists if needed.
So I couldn't just go see a specialist on my own.
Usually not.
Okay.
Some people find that limiting.
Yeah.
But others like having someone to kind of quarterback their health care.
Interesting. So it's like trading freedom for cost savings.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
What about those PPOs then?
Those are preferred provider organizations.
Okay.
They offer more flexibility.
Yeah.
You can see any doctor you want,
Even outside their network?
even outside their network.
Okay.
But it costs less if you stay within their preferred network.
So more freedom, but potentially higher costs.
Exactly.
Got it. Are there any other plan types we should know about?
There are a few more.
Okay.
Just to complete the picture.
Okay.
EPOs are exclusive provider organizations,
Okay.
kind of like HMOs.
Uh-huh.
You have to stay within their network except for emergencies.
Right.
But you don't need referrals for specialists,
Okay.
which can be nice.
Yeah.
And then there are POS plans or point of service plans.
Okay.
They're like a combo of HMOs and PPOs.
Oh, hybrid.
Exactly. You have a primary care physician, but can also go out of network if you need to.
Okay.
And of course, you pay more if you do.
Right.
And finally, we have catastrophic plans.
Right.
These are mainly for people under 30 Or for people who qualify for a hardship exemption,
I see.
they have really high deductibles, but low premiums.
So good for young and healthy people, I guess.
Right. But risky if you have a major health event.
So many choices.
It is a lot.
It's like a health insurance buffet.
It is.
But at least we know about those metal tiers now.
Yeah.
They tell us how much each type of plan will typically cover.
That's a great point.
Right.
They clarify how much you and the insurance company will each pay.
Okay.
So, for example, bronze plans usually cover about 60% of your costs.
Okay.
So you pay the other 40%.
Right.
And as you go up to silver, gold, and platinum,
Mm-hmm.
the insurance company's share increases to 70%, 80%, and then 90%.
Those percentages make it a lot clearer.
Good.
But how do those percentages actually translate into real money?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say I need a medical procedure that costs $10,000.
Okay.
How much would I actually have to pay with each metal tier?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Let's dive into that in part 2 of our deep dive.
Okay, so last time we were talking about how those metal tier percentages, like, 60%, 70% actually work out when you get a medical bill.
Yeah.
You left us hanging with that $10,000 procedure example.
Right. Let's imagine you need that $10,000 procedure and you have a bronze plan.
Okay.
Remember, those usually cover about 60%.
Right.
So the insurance company would pay $6,000.
Okay.
Which means you'd be left with a bill of, drum roll please,
hit me.
$4,000.
Oof. That's a lot.
It is, but at least it's not the full 10 grand.
That's true. What about a silver plan?
With silver, the insurer covers 70%.
Okay.
So your out-of-pocket cost would be $3,000.
Still a lot, but better than bronze.
Definitely more manageable.
Okay, I'm starting to see how those percentages really matter.
Yeah.
What about gold and platinum?
Okay.
I'm guessing those higher tiers make things even easier?
You guessed right. With a gold plan, you're looking at 80% coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So for that $10,000 procedure, you'd pay $2,000 out of pocket.
Okay.
And with platinum at 90% coverage, you'd only pay $1,000.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
It is. Choosing a higher metal level definitely gives you more protection.
Yeah, if something really expensive happens.
Exactly.
But of course, we got to remember those higher tiers come with higher monthly premiums.
Right. It's all about finding the right balance.
It's like a trade-off.
Exactly.
Weighing the what if I get sick cost against the how much can I afford every month cost.
That's a great way to put it.
And that's where that personalized approach comes in.
Right.
There's no one right answer for everyone.
Exactly.
It depends on my health,
Yeah.
my budget, how comfortable I am with risk.
It all comes down to you.
You hit the nail on the head. It's about choosing a plan that actually fits my life.
Exactly.
But let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
We've talked about all the details of the marketplace.
Yeah.
But why should people really care about this whole system?
That's a good question.
What's the big picture here?
Well, think back to before the Affordable Care Act.
Oh, yeah.
Millions of people couldn't even get health insurance.
Right.
They were turned away because of pre-existing conditions.
I remember that.
Or the premiums were just way too high.
It was a mess.
The marketplace was created to fix that.
Right.
To make things fairer and make sure everyone could get good, affordable health care.
So it's not just about finding a plan.
No.
It's about making healthcare accessible and affordable for everyone.
Exactly.
Almost like a safety net for health.
Yeah, and it's working.
That's great.
Since the marketplace started, the number of uninsured people in the U.S. has dropped a lot.
Wow, that's amazing.
Billions of people have coverage now who didn't before.
Okay, so we've covered the different parts of the marketplace,
Right.
the different plan types, those metal tiers, the impact on healthcare access.
Mm-hmm.
But our listener wants to know, how do I actually choose the best plan for me?
Okay.
What are the key things I need to think about?
Great question. It starts with thinking about yourself,
Okay.
your health right now. Do you have any chronic conditions?
Okay.
What kind of health care do you usually need? And what do you think your medical expenses will be for the year?
But how can I predict my medical expense?
Yeah.
What if something unexpected happens?
Yeah, it's impossible to know for sure.
Right.
But you can look back at your past healthcare costs
Okay.
to get a general idea. How much did you spend last year on doctor visits, prescriptions, that kind of thing?
So look at the past to plan for the future.
Exactly. And of course, if you know you're going to have a procedure or treatment,
Yeah.
factor that in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What if I'm young and healthy?
Mm-hmm.
I barely ever see a doctor.
Yeah.
Does that mean I should just go for the cheapest plan?
Not necessarily. This is where your risk tolerance comes in.
Oh, okay.
You might be tempted by those bronze plans with their low premiums,
Yeah, because I'm healthy.
but remember they have high deductibles.
Right.
And if you do need care, those out-of-pocket costs can be high.
So even though I'm healthy now, I should think about what could happen later.
Exactly.
Like insurance against the unknown.
That's a good way to put it. You're paying a little more now
Yeah.
to avoid potentially huge costs later.
And those copays and coinsurance can add up too.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you see the doctor a lot or take regular medication.
Is there any way to figure out those costs before I choose a plan?
Absolutely. Look closely at the details of each plan.
Okay.
They'll tell you the copays and coinsurance for different services.
So I can kind of estimate how much I'll pay.
Yeah, based on what you think you'll need.
It's like a detective game.
It is.
I got to dig into the details to find out what it'll really cost me.
Exactly.
But even with all the information, it can still be hard to understand everything.
Oh, yeah.
It can get overwhelming.
Oh.
What are some resources that can help?
Well, this is where those support services come in.
Okay, the ones we talked about before.
Exactly.
Like the call center.
Right.
Or even in-person help.
You can call the marketplace call center
Okay.
or find someone in your community who can help you.
So there are actual people who can help me figure all this out.
Yeah.
That's reassuring. So let's say I've done my research, compared all the plans, and I'm ready to choose.
Okay.
When and how do I actually sign up?
The main time to enroll is called open enrollment.
Okay.
It usually runs from November 1st to December 15th each year.
So I need to mark my calendar.
Some states might have slightly different dates, though.
Right.
So it's always good to double check.
And I can also enroll during a special enrollment period.
Right, if you have a qualifying life event.
Okay, so open enrollment is the key time.
Yes.
But how does the process actually work?
Yeah.
Is it all online, or do I have to fill out a ton of paperwork?
Thankfully, it's pretty easy
Okay.
and mostly online.
Good.
You can do everything through healthcare.gov
Okay.
or your state's exchange website.
Okay.
And they've made the websites pretty user-friendly.
That's good to hear.
You can compare plans side by side, see how much you'll pay,
Okay.
and even calculate how much financial assistance you might get.
So, no need to be a computer whiz.
Not at all.
They've made it easy to use.
Yeah, even for people who aren't so comfortable with technology.
That's great. But we haven't talked about financial assistance yet.
Right.
Remember that crazy stat?
Yeah, 90% of people using the marketplace get help paying for their plans.
Exactly.
How does that actually work?
Okay, let's talk about premium tax credits and cost-sharing reductions.
Okay.
And see how they can make coverage more affordable than you think.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, we're back and ready to talk about the part I think everyone's been waiting for.
The financial help?
Yeah, the financial assistance.
Right.
That makes the marketplace so attractive to a lot of people.
Exactly.
Last time we were just starting to dig into those premium tax credits and cost-sharing reductions.
Yeah, those are important.
So let's break it down.
Okay.
What exactly are those things?
Okay, premium tax credits are like coupons for your health insurance.
Coupons.
Yeah,
So the government basically gives me a discount on my plan
that's the idea.
instead of paying full price.
Exactly. How much you get depends on your income and the cost of plans in your area.
Okay.
But the best part is you can use it right away
Oh, good.
to lower your monthly premiums.
So my out-of-pocket costs are lower from the start.
That's right.
Yeah.
Especially helpful if you're on a tight budget.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You also mentioned something called cost-sharing reductions.
Right.
What are those all about?
Those help lower your costs when you actually use healthcare.
Okay.
So they reduce your copays, deductibles, and coinsurance.
The things that could really add up.
Exactly.
So it's like double savings,
Yeah.
premium tax credits for my monthly costs,
Mm-hmm.
and cost-sharing reductions for when I need to see a doctor.
You got it.
Wow, that's amazing. And here's a thought.
Yeah.
Aren't those cost-sharing reductions only for silver plans?
That's right.
So even if I'm thinking about a different metal tier,
Mm-hmm.
it's worth looking at the silver options.
Absolutely.
Just to see if those extra savings make it the best deal.
It might be.
Okay, that's a good tip. We've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
All the details of the marketplace.
The metal tiers, the plan types, the financial help.
And how to actually enroll.
That's a lot to take in.
It is. Where can our listener go to find more information?
The best place is healthcare.gov
Okay.
or your state's exchange website.
Those are the official sites
Exactly. They have tons of resources, tools, FAQs.
to guide people through the process.
That's right. And don't forget those support services we talked about.
Yeah, the call centers and in-person helpers.
They can give you personalized help.
So don't be afraid to ask for help.
It's a complicated system.
It is.
Yeah.
Knowing where to find information is so important,
Definitely.
especially when it comes to your health.
Absolutely.
We've been talking about choosing a plan for yourself.
Yeah.
But what about small businesses?
Oh, that's important too.
How does the marketplace work for them?
Well, small businesses can use the marketplace to shop for group plans.
Okay.
And they might even qualify for tax credits to help with the cost.
So the marketplace isn't just for individuals.
Right.
It helps small businesses too.
Exactly. It's all about making healthcare more accessible for everyone.
That's a great point. It
Mhm.
sounds like the marketplace is really trying to make a difference.
It is. They want to make sure everyone has access to good, affordable healthcare.
On that note of empowerment,
Yeah,
I think we've reached the end of our deep dive into the health insurance marketplace.
it's been a journey.
It has. We hope our listener is feeling more confident about all this health insurance stuff now.
Yeah, less overwhelmed and more ready to make some decisions.
It's a complex system,
For sure.
but as we've learned, there are resources and strategies out there to help you navigate it.
The most important thing to remember is that the best plan isn't the cheapest or the most expensive.
Yeah, it's the one that fits your needs and circumstances.
Exactly. Take your time, explore your options, ask questions.
And don't forget that 90% statistic.
Oh, yeah.
You might be surprised how affordable coverage can be.
Especially with those premium tax credits and cost-sharing reductions.
Definitely don't leave money on the table. We encourage everyone to check out healthcare.gov or their state's exchange website.
All the information and tools are right there.
That's it for our deep dive on the health insurance marketplace.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time.